This story begins with a boy named King Camp Gillette. King was born into a poor family. His parents worked hard, but they never had enough money. They moved from place to place trying to survive. Sometimes they rented small rooms. Sometimes they slept in places that were not comfortable. But young King always had hope in his heart. Even as a child, King was different from other kids. While others played games outside, King liked watching people work. He watched barbers cut hair. He watched shop owners sell things. He watched inventors build machines. He liked seeing how things were made. When King was just a boy, his family faced a huge fire. Everything they owned burned down. Clothes, furniture, books, all gone. King looked at the ashes and felt sad. But instead of crying for long, he told himself, "Someday I will make something great. Something that can never be destroyed." As he grew a little older, King found work cutting hair. He became a barber's helper. He cleaned tools, swept the floor, and watched how professionals shaved customers' beards with sharp blades. Every morning, men lined up to get shaved because shaving at home was very difficult back then. The razor blades used in that time were dangerous and expensive. They needed to be sharpened again and again. If a man didn't sharpen his blade, he could cut himself badly. If he sharpened too much, the blade became useless. King knew this was a problem, and King loved solving problems. He kept asking himself, how can shaving be easier? How can people shave without worrying? What if I build something new? But King was still poor. He had no fancy machines, no special training, and no money to start a big company. However, he had something stronger, a mind that never stopped thinking. Years passed, and King kept working small jobs. He sold bottles. He worked at a hardware shop. He helped fix tools. He did whatever he could just to earn a little money. Even when life was hard, King never stopped imagining new ideas. One afternoon, while working, his boss told him something that changed his life. "King, the best inventions are simple things people use every day." That single sentence lit a fire inside him. He went home that night thinking deeply. What do people use every day? What problem do they face daily? What can I make that the whole world needs? Suddenly, an idea hit him like lightning. A razor blade. But different. A blade that can be used once and thrown away. A blade that is always sharp, always safe, and always clean. King whispered to himself, "A disposable razor blade. That's it. That is the idea the world needs." That night, King had no idea that this simple idea would one day make him a billionaire. No idea that it would change how every man in the world shaved. No idea that his name, Gillette, would become one of the most famous brands in history. He only knew one thing. He had finally found his big idea. When King Gillette started talking about his idea, people laughed. "A blade that you throw away? That's stupid. No one will buy something they can only use once. You will fail, King. Go find a real job." But King didn't stop. He believed in his idea more than anything. He drew the blade on paper. He made sketches. He cut thin pieces of metal to test shapes. Even when he failed again and again, he said, "I will make this work." The big problem was this. The blade needed to be extremely thin. Thinner than anything factories could make at that time. When King took his idea to engineers, they said, "Impossible. It cannot be done. The metal will break. The blade will bend." But King refused to give up. He traveled from city to city searching for someone who could help him make the blade. He went to workshops, factories, and metal shops. Most people turned him away. But one day, he met a clever engineer named William Nickerson. William studied King's drawings carefully. He said, "It will be very hard, but not impossible." That was all King needed to hear. Together, the two men worked for years. They tried machines. They tried different metals. They tried new designs. They failed hundreds of times. But after many years, they did it. They created the world's first disposable razor blade. The blade was safe, easy to use, thin, sharp, and cheap. Next, King created a handle that opened easily so people could replace blades at home. No more sharpening. No more danger. No more expensive barbers. When King showed the final product to people, they were shocked. "You actually did it? This is amazing. I've never seen anything like this." But the hardest part was still ahead. Selling it. King went door to door showing the razor to men. Some loved it immediately. Others didn't trust it. But slowly, the idea spread. Men loved how fast and easy shaving became. Shops began ordering more blades. Factories began producing thousands, then millions. King Gillette's idea exploded across the country. Newspapers wrote about it. Stores filled their shelves with it. Travelers used it. Soldiers used it. Workers used it. Soon, the Gillette blade became a household name. King didn't just create a razor. He created a new system. Sell the razor handle cheap, but sell blades again and again. This genius idea made him a fortune. The world finally realized. The idea they laughed at was the one that changed shaving forever. As Gillette grew, King became extremely wealthy. But he didn't stop improving. He released new blade shapes, better handles, sharper edges, and stronger packaging. He wanted shaving to be safe for everyone in every country. Soon, Gillette factories opened across the world. From America to Europe, Asia, Africa, and beyond. Men everywhere used his razor. His name became global. Even during wars, soldiers received Gillette razors so they could stay clean. After the war, millions of soldiers went back home already used to Gillette products, which made the brand even more popular. King Gillette became more than an inventor. He became a business mastermind. He showed the world that a simple idea can change everything. A small invention can become a global empire. A poor boy can become a billionaire. Today, Gillette is still one of the biggest shaving companies on earth. New brands come and go, but Gillette stays strong. It is trusted, respected, and known everywhere. And it all began with a boy who once swept hair off a barbershop floor. King Gillette's life teaches us. Never stop thinking. Never stop dreaming. Never fear failure. Never let people's laughter stop you. His courage built a brand worth billions. His idea changed the world. And his name lives forever. If this story inspired you, like the video. Subscribe for more stories. Share to inspire someone today.